Guys, let's record the review for the second time because I love the painting my work. Okay, so welcome to Not the Northernness podcast. Guys, it's just me, Jocelyn. Today we're going to sit down. We're going to do a pretty quick review. You will have heard me mention in late last year, November, that I received some yarn to review from the lovely people down at Kraemer Yarns. We got some bulky yarn to review. I have a ball band, and with no Diana watching me read things will be interesting. What do we got going on here? I have something chunky. Marky Chunky? I might hold it up to the screen so you guys can see what's going on. I do have a chunk of a ball left. I don't have a lot left, but I do have some left. But we got 6 balls of Mouch Chunky, which is 100% wool bulky yarn that Kraemer Yarns has. So, you got your Kraemer Yarns label. There won't be any show notes for this, you guys, mostly because I am now recording this for technically the third time, because the first time I messed up a bunch, and then the second time I don't know what's happened to my video and my audio, but I cannot get them to recombine, so my audio track is way off from what you can actually see. So here we go for the third time. I am recording in February. This was supposed to be out in like January, guys. I'm doing great. So some Mucho bulky yarn, Mucho chunky yarn. This I got in the colorway Blueberry, which is really freaking pretty. I've got some random yarn I'm rolling up here as I talk to you guys. So we have to be honest, I'm biased. I already like Kraemer yarns. I got the chance to work in their cotton wool blends the other year and thoroughly enjoyed it. So I was already thinking I would probably enjoy their bulky 100% American wool yarn. And I do. So here's some of the leftover skein of the blueberry that I got. You can see it's a beautiful, rich blueberry color. I know, shocking. What I decided to make with it was the Gabbro sweater, which is a bulky weight fitted sweater. I'm not sure all those words go together. I'm not wearing it today because I would melt to death. I do wear it when I go outside to take the garbage out. Because even at minus 30, the sweater does me good for that short little trip out to the garbage can. So I made the extra large version of the Gabbro sweater. And first up in the review was how working with the yarn was, and I thoroughly enjoyed working with the yarn. It has a touch of tooth, like a 100% natural wool will have, but it wasn't so, I think the kind word is rustic. It wasn't so far into the sweaters you might have necessarily had your grandmother made in the 70s that you can't wear this next to your skin. I can wear this next to my skin. Now, I can wear slightly toothy yarns next to my skin without having a problem or reaction. So if you're limited and you can only really do superwash merinos or like ones that have had all of the tooth of the yarn stripped off them, you might want to put something between you and this, or not necessarily have this yarn right next to, sensitive areas like the girls, or snug up next to your skin. It doesn't bother me in the slightest. I, in fact, quite thoroughly enjoy wearing a toothy wool. The cat loves sleeping on this wool, so we all know it's good to go. So I made a sweater, and it knit up quite quickly. Like, I did this sweater in about a month. So, and if you know me and you know the podcast, I don't ever work on one thing to save my soul. If I had just worked on this, I probably would have been done in like 2 weeks. So I made a full body, half quarter sleeve sweater, and I enjoyed working with it. I had no problems if I had to pull out stitches. My stitch definition is great on this yarn, and my gauge swatch was true to the size egg. So I'll pull it up closer to the camera so you guys can see those really pretty knit lines. Like, look at it. Just look at it. Ugh. We're commercial yarn for this, and I put this to this test, guys. I did not alternate skeins. I picked up my first skein, I knitted till I was out, and then I moved to the second skein, and I get no color differentials going on here. So, like, those dye lots are pretty darn spot on. So super stoked about that. Really happy with the garment that I made that I do wear. And now that it is February and I finished this in December and I've been wearing it, I can tell you it wears great too. We don't have that question mark where we're not entirely sure how well it'll do. I don't have much. I got a little bit of fuzzies, but you get fuzzies. I don't have enough fuzz or rubbing occurring to really create any pills on the fabric that I've created. So I wear this guy 2 or 3 times a week right now. We are in the deep freeze here in Manitoba, so I've been wearing this. Like, this is what I wore yesterday. And then I'll probably wear it later on today when I go upstairs to help do some stuff with my sister because it's her birthday today. So this goes on. It's great. I eat with it. I cook in it. I take the garbage out in it. Like, I've done things in the sweater, and the fabric wears wonderfully. The cat loves it. That's always nice to know. Weaving in the ends was nice. Everything stuck really well. And I, not going to lie, have been eyeballing some bulky weight sweater patterns strictly with this yarn in mind, thinking that I need to order myself some more on my own. The yardage value per ball is amazing. Given that it's a bulky weight, I still get like, oh, geez. I might have to pull up my camera. It's a 5. I'm going to pull up my camera on my phone so I can verbally tell you guys the details on this one. And sniffle. So it says US needle number 10. Don't know what that is. Guys, I needed an 8mm to get gauge for the Gabbro sweater on the bulky 5. It averages 14 stitches over 4 inches. So 3.5 stitches per inch. That's about roughly what I got, given what I was doing over there in Pennsylvania. You'd think I'd remember that. I do hand wash them cold and lay flat to dry. But that's how I wash all my hand knits. So that's probably, something to pay attention to. Chunky weight yarn. Where's your yardage? Oh my word. Kraemer, I love your labels. I hate my vision. I feel like I struggled to find the yardage on this the last time I was looking at this. So, could be me. It's probably me. What else do I got? I don't know, guys. I really enjoy freaking working with this. 3.5 ounces or 100 grams. It's approximately 120 yards. So 120 yards on a bulky weight yarn is pretty freaking good. I do have enough leftover ball that what I'm going to do is something that I don't do very often is I found the sleeves and the pattern were a bit snug because I got me some biceps. So I'm actually going to pull the sleeves out and I'm going to add a couple of stitches to the underarm and I'm going to make the sleeves bigger because I know I can. But I have got 6 balls to make an extra large fitted extra large bulky weight sweater at a 47-inch chest measurement. That's the size I make my sweaters in because math and a whole other stream of problems. But I love this wool. This is so nice. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of contemplating just buying enough to make a full-length sleeved Gabbro sweater because I really actually also just like the Gabbro sweater. So not in blueberry, I'll order a different color so that I don't have the same color going on all the time. But overall, super recommended. Oh, you know what I could order? Guys, Diana's got that chunky weight pattern she wants to have come out. Maybe I should order some of this and make her first sweater pattern. Which I obviously won't make cropped and will obviously have tight sleeves. So, I'm already playing with the pattern she hasn't released yet. So, overall, super duper enjoyed it. I talked about it enough with Diana. She is very intrigued to try some on her own, and both of us super recommend that if you're looking for just a really nice domestic American wool, that Kraemer, again, has done really well. So the 2 times we've tried their yarn, we have loved it both times. And by we, I mean me. And I am definitely looking forward to seeing some of the other colors. Ooh, maybe if I order some, I can do like some color work, patchwork quilts and stuff. Guys, there's a lot of things going on. It's minus 30 degrees before the wind chills Celsius here in Canada. It's all about the bulky things at the moment. So hopefully you guys are having a great day. Hopefully you found this review a bit helpful. again, it's beautiful. I didn't have any problems with color leakage. There was no issues with the knitting. The stitch definition's wonderful, and the wear is great so far. So super happy, super blessed, and honored to give that yarn a try. And wholeheartedly thumbs up if you've got a bulky weight sweater pattern you're thinking about. I'm gonna recommend Kraemer Yarn's bulky yarn, guys. So good, so good. All right, cheers. Be good, and we'll see you guys whenever we see you. And because I don't have a Diana, I'm just gonna say no matter where your week takes you, don't forget to knit.